Good morning, everyone.
I was gonna say something and I was like, no, I'm gonna psych out Lisa. And I did it.
You go.
You're a menace.
I am. I'm a menace. Gotta
Thank
be.
goodness it's Friday.
Unreal.
Woo!
It is Friday. Holiday weekend.
Yes, it is.
Exciting.
Friday, May 26th. Lisa, Scott, Dylan here. Yeah, leading into the long Memorial Day weekend. We'll jump into our headlines in a minute, but first, you want to give the scoop?
Come
The
on.
scoop.
You can do it. Where can you find us, Dylan?
Oh, you can find us on Spotify. You never say that, but I actually found us on Spotify
Really?
one day. We
Oh.
do exist. We don't sound very good. We are there. And then we can find us on YouTube, on our InForum YouTube channel.
There you go.
You can find us anytime on your Facebook.
Feed.
Just Facebook. You can find us on
Okay.
Facebook.
Wow.
You don't have to search, well, maybe Facebook feed. If you follow us, you can find us. You make sure you follow us. You gotta follow us to find
Yeah,
us
the
on
will
Facebook
Yes.
pop
feed.
up and you can see our lovely faces.
And then inforum.com, is it on there? No.
Yes, we make it
is.
into a
We
podcast.
make it into a podcast. It goes to inforum.com. I probably butchered that. I'm
Go
sorry.
there,
No, it was fun.
inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform.
You know,
Day.
I don't know it. These people know it.
You've only
I
heard
do
it
not.
100 times.
I have only heard it 100 times, but I've heard a lot of other things 100 times. I probably don't know what those
You
are
did a pretty
either.
good job. I could probably just go sit down. You could finish this.
No.
No.
You can do weather.
We're switching jobs
Yeah.
for the day.
All
All
right.
right, so let's get into the forecast.
The forecast. Yeah, windy. Who likes the wind? Nobody. It's gonna be windy and hot this weekend. So temperatures warming
Yeah.
up to low 90s.
Wow.
Lakes country and spots to the east, probably a little bit cooler in the mid 80s, but it's
Okay.
gonna be breezy everywhere. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles an hour in North Dakota side of things in the valley. A little bit calmer in northern Minnesota, 35, gusting to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So not necessarily calm, but just not as gusty. So there's gonna be some high waves in some of those bigger lakes for
Yeah.
sure. Water temperatures I talked about on First News this morning, still pretty chilly. Gotta remember, about 2 weeks ago, there was still quite a bit of ice in the lakes.
But it's going to be
Yeah.
so tempting to jump
It
in,
is.
though, because
It
it's going to be
is.
so hot. I have to cool off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, then it'll be a little chilly. So you have to sunbathe.
And then you get out and the wind will be 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're gonna dry off pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, yeah. So that's all of that, and then we're tracking a few thunderstorms way off to the west throughout the entire weekend. So if you're going west of probably about Bismarck, you could run into those. But otherwise, Bismarck eastward, maybe a stray one overnight tonight near Devil's Lake, but most of those won't be significant.
Okay.
And then going through the weekend into Monday, Tuesday, of course, Memorial Day, and then Tuesday after, those storms move to us. So we'll track those storms as we get closer to Monday and Tuesday. Some of those could be on the stronger side. And then next week, temperatures in the mid 80s with quiet weather coming back. So
All right.
very windy, hot weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, this is maybe the worst part. Zorbas, the wind, if you're not holding onto your paper plate, that's going to fly.
It's gonna fly.
Because
And
that's the thing
Zorba's,
with it, Zorbas.
Zorba's on the north side of the lake too, isn't it? In Detroit Lakes? Yeah, I think it is. And it's gonna be a south wind coming off that lake. Ooh, baby.
Hold on to your food,
Everything.
your hat,
Everything,
swimsuit.
yeah.
Small children.
Small
I
children.
mean, it's gonna be
Dogs.
windy.
Oh my
Dogs.
goodness.
It's gonna be
At
windy.
least it's going to
so-
be warm. There's been past
that's
Memorial
true.
Days where
Yes.
it's like 40 and rainy.
Yes. So at least we have the warmth going for us. That is one nice thing. So.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dylan.
Yep.
Dylan.
All right, well, as we've been talking about, we're heading into Memorial Day weekend, and of course, it's a big travel weekend
Oh, yeah.
for a lot of people. 42.3 million Americans are expected to travel this weekend. 37.1 million in a car. That's up from last year. According to AAA, today is going to be the busiest day because you want to get
Get to where you're going.
to where you're going. Get out of work early. It's recommended to travel in the morning or after 6 o'clock if you want to get there.
And holiday
faster.
travelers who haven't filled up their gas tank for their trip yet, you're going to have to pay a little bit more at the pump. But this year, it's actually not as bad as it's been in past years. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of gas is up 4 cents from last week, but that average of $3.55 per gallon is actually 8 cents less than it was a month ago. And it's actually more than $1 less than it was at the same time last year. So could be worse.
And we have an update on a story we've been tracking for you for the last couple of days. We're expecting a man to be in court today facing charges in connection with the murder of a 16-year-old boy in Fargo. Fargo police arrested 31-year-old Marcus Rexroad. He's in the Cass County Jail as of this morning on First News. The paperwork had not been done yet. But like I said, we do expect that to happen this morning and then for him to be in court today. Fargo police are telling us that 31-year-old Marcus Rexroad shot and killed James Moore Monday night outside of the Twin Parks apartment complex. Sorry, we've been tracking for you all week. We now know, though, that the victim was a 10th grader at West Fargo High School. Now, Rex Road is likely facing murder charges, possession of a firearm, marijuana charges. Police say multiple shots were fired. They have recovered 2 guns, but they're not done with their investigation. They're still looking for more people that were involved or there, because we heard that, we reported that right away. There were a lot of people there, but they all took off running. And most of them were gone before Fargo police arrived. So stay with us, of course, especially on our evening newscast. We'll have an update for you on what happened today.
If you have any information about what did happen, contact police.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, today, the newest area firefighters are getting ready to serve their communities. 11 Fargo and West Fargo Fire Department recruits are graduating from the Joint Firefighter Academy. We showed some video of kind of what they go through this morning on First News throughout the training, but they usually do classroom work, drills, ride-alongs, they do live burn scenarios. The Joint Fire Academy is a 15-week training program, so they're prepared and ready to help out when they go fight those fires.
Last day of school today for Moorhead students.
Exciting time.
That's exciting. And we talked about this. West Fargo was yesterday. Of course, that's a big school district. They had to do the full day. But Moorhead kids are going to get out a little early. So be aware of that. If you're driving around lunchtime, school will be let out at 12:30. Fargo, Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, they have to go back to school after the Memorial Day holiday. So June 1st, I believe, is the last day for those kids.
And as kids are getting out of school for the summer, it's time to break out the swimsuits. It's going to be hot. Good day for it. Today, Veterans Memorial Pool in West Fargo is opening up for the summer months. The pool opens on weekdays at 1:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon, and then again from 5:30 to 8 o'clock in the evening. Weekend hours are 1 to 5. Admission, $3.25. You have to pay that even if you aren't swimming. But all children under 1 year old are free.
And more baseball today. We love this. WDAY is going to be bringing you more coverage from the Summit League Baseball Tournament. Today, again, NDSU and SDSU will be playing. NDSU needs some revenge because there was a blowout, big time blowout earlier this week. But so this is what happened. The Bison knocked out Omaha out of contention. They won 6-7. SDSU, however, fell to number 1 seed Oral Roberts 15-2. So now they're playing today. First pitch 4:05 at Newman Outdoor Field. If you don't want to go and sit in the heat and the wind, you can watch it from home. It's going to be broadcast on WDAY Extra.
Yeah, so watch that. It'll be fun. All right, national headlines today. The sand in the hourglass is now getting low for debt limit discussions, but talks between the White House and Republicans are potentially nearing a deal. The potential deal would raise the debt limit for 2 years and cap federal spending with exceptions for defense and veterans. Now, reportedly, one of the main issues where sides are still split is work requirements for safety net programs such as Medicaid and SNAP. But the risk of default does remain, and some economists say that it could bring on a recession in the U.S. and a lot of loss of jobs. So, of course, we're going to continue to monitor this and how it could potentially impact people if it doesn't pass.
And some big changes coming to what is known as Hell Week. The U.S. Navy is overhauling some of how it takes part in its brutal training of Hell Week. They're going to do some different monitoring. All of this is happening after someone died, after a SEAL candidate died. The Navy now requires medical screenings every 24 hours. Candidates must recover from the course at a center close to the medical clinic. A medical officer has to be on site to evaluate those candidates. The SEAL candidate who died was Kyle Mullen. He died due to respiratory issues during training. So a lot of changes. And the Navy is also talking about some accountability measures as well related to that death.
Sad story. All right, of course, Hot Mic with Dom Izzo from 9 to 11 o'clock this morning on WDAY Extra and InForum.com. You can bet he's going to be talking about Summit League Baseball, like we told you a little bit ago here. But also, Dick Bramer joins the show as the Ailing Twins will have to play without all-star Carlos Correa. The Blue Jays are coming to Target Field this weekend, so they'll preview what's going on with the games there.
And we want to remind you right now is a great time to get your subscription to InForum.com. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to InForum.com/subscribe to get that deal.
And remember to join us throughout the rest of the day. We have newscasts at 11, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And then we have First News on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Have a great day and a great weekend, everyone.
Stay safe, have fun. Bye.